Alright guys, what's up? I'm trying to do a more serious type video today, but honestly, at least I'm making content. So far, the high school year has gone like decently well for me. And the thing is about high school is you go into it thinking you're gonna have a lot of homework, which is true, but it's like a different level of a lot of homework. Like it's a lot of homework, guys. Trust me, I come home with biology assignments every day that I have to figure out how to do because I don't even know how biology works, even though I'm being, like, paying attention. Anyways, school just really reminded me how much I've grown up, even just since I've made this channel 2 years ago. Like, I made this channel 2 years ago, and I was 7th grade in middle school. I was just a completely different person, pretty much. I was mean to everybody. And one thing was I did also make videos, but that was more like a year ago. My 2 year ago videos didn't have any audio, and they just weren't that high quality. But, they were still videos, and you could still go watch them, because I don't really like any of my old videos even. You probably also noticed my voice a little bit here. My voice definitely got deeper, even though nobody's telling me. And it's like, when your voice gets deeper, none of your friends notice because they've been there the whole journey. But if you kind of like stop a YouTube channel for a half a year and then mature, it's really, really noticeable. Like recording this Item Asylum gameplay, by the way, tell me in the comments, do you think Item Asylum should be the game or should we switch to randomizer? It really just let me think about what topic I wanted to talk about today. And the big one is just growing up. How much you can grow up in literally just a year as a kid and as an adult. How the years start to feel like they go shorter and shorter. At this point, I went AFK to go to dinner, so if the conversation's a little disconnected from one another, that's why. Back in my earlier middle school days, we would actually, since it was like the prime of COVID, we would carpool to school every day. And every day when we'd carpool, me and my friends, we'd just have to wear masks, have masks ready. It was all about masks back then. And I had no idea what was happening in just life in general. My life. I had no idea who I was, who I wanted to be. I was just there thinking about Among Us and like Discord, which I still think about Discord, but now I kind of think about Discord and also becoming an English teacher and all the money I need to make as an adult in like 4 years. So it's different, and really, like, sometimes you need to notice how when you become a full adult, the scaling of all the things you need to do is just insane. Like, and for full adults, they have to manage all these taxes and everything and all that stuff. I wouldn't know what that's like. I'm only 14, but I'm just trying my best to make this show here. And what really is growing up, because, like, if you think about it, you've been through, at least for most of my audience, like from my statistics, like 13 or 14 Christmases at this point. You've been through 13 years, whole bunch of memories. If you really just think back to everything you've done and everything you can do, there's really a lot to think about there. And the thing about our childhoods is they're all different. We don't all just live in, well, I'm not going to tell you my exact location, but we don't just all live in America and have the same culture and the same goals, the same dreams, the same aspirations. There's different countries out there, newsflash. Like, there's also probably different places you want to move. Like, my whole place I want to move is Ireland, but I already know that's not about to happen because if I move to Ireland, none of my family will be there. It's in the middle of nowhere, dude. It's a tiny island on like a section by Britain. I just don't think Ireland will work out, but at the least, I'd want to be a cross country, like running coach in America, somewhere here, probably like Colorado or California. It is kind of easier to run in Colorado. Anyways, everybody's got their dreams, and sometimes you just don't really reach them. The cycle of life sometimes just hits you a wee bit too hard. Like, I already know I'm going through the cycle of life when I come home I do homework, I go to bed, and then I go to school again. Like, obviously, it's not just that. I hang out with my friends some days on this week, and, like, I go get to see the people that I like, the people that I want to be with, but the cycle of life will hit you even harder when you're an adult, and that's just like facts, because when you're an adult, you just work, you go home, you're tired, so you sleep, and then you work again. And then holidays are probably your saving grace as an adult, dude. I swear, if I'm an adult and Christmas holidays about to come up, I might actually start crying, because they go to work not as long as us going to school, but it's different. They go to work 8 or 9 hours a day. They come back home, and then they go to bed, and they do it again. That sounds so repetitive. I feel like after work, I'd probably not go to the wilderness, because I've already been coaching and everything. I would probably want to go to bed, but at least coaching and teaching is more like exciting for working, I feel like, than just sitting in an office writing articles thinking to yourself. It's way better to be in not just like a working environment, as in like, office environment and all that stuff. It's better to be some jobs it's better to have than just office jobs, is usually like you'd want to go for some like park ranger, go for a teacher, maybe just like anything really where you're not in a giant like building with a bunch of the same little cubicles that you just type articles in all day. That sounds awful, honestly, to be honest. Like the things that people do with the English or whatever language you use language most of the time, you go use that language to write articles in an office. That's about it. Now, the thing is with these videos, I'm basically just recording myself playing item sounds. So, honestly, I have to do that because whenever I'm playing games, I kind of just commentate the game instead of talk about what I actually want to talk about. And usually that's not as exciting for people to watch. Now, we really do grow up a lot, because I feel like about a year ago, my friends wouldn't be talking about most of the things we talk about now. And my family wouldn't be doing most of the things they're doing right now. It's just really, really different as you get older. And your conversations will be different. Your friends might be different. Your love interests might be different. Maybe you don't love anybody. You hate everything. I don't know. It's whatever you want out of life. Life's it just happens. We were all thrown onto this earth. Now we gotta figure out something to do so we aren't just depressed all the whole life. Your whole life, everything you do. Figure out something to do with yourself, with your life until you die. And that sounds kind of sad, but honestly, you should just enjoy it, because I don't know, depending on what you believe in and depending on what's actually true in the afterlife, who knows what'll happen. Honestly, my personal theory is whatever you believe in, there's like a whole set of gods for all the religions. And that's probably like, first off, the least offensive theory to have, and also the most logical, because even though most of these religions were invented by like our ancient ancestors or whatever, I think they still got something to say about all that. Like, our ancient ancestors, maybe they could communicate with the gods, who knows. Honestly, this is just going off like a whole different direction I thought. I'm just talking for 14 minutes, and if you don't like it, honestly, tell me in the comments. If you like it, tell me in the comments too. I'm just trying to see what I can do with this YouTube channel that won't take me 500 years and get me a 40% in biology. Because I'm not going to act like I'm planning to become a YouTuber. I'm doing this for fun. I think I have absolutely no chance with the amount of effort I'm putting into this, because most people had to just throw their whole lives into being a YouTuber to actually get anywhere with it. And I don't plan on doing that. I won't be trying to stay on this app forever, and I won't be trying to really reach any kind of goal on this app, really. I think I'm just gonna be here. Yeah, well, even if we look in the past of just like things we've made and people we've met, it's just really crazy how far we've gone. Anyways, tell me in the comments if you enjoyed this video, and I think I'm gonna end it right about here. Yeah. Thank you for watching. And I'll probably post another one of these next week. We'll see.